Previously on Kingdom Corn. Previously on Kingdom Corn. Now I know what you're thinking. Where the toys at? Shoot. Guess what? You guys are going to be happy to know that previously it was all about y'all. Ain't nothing going on but these giveaways. Now I have to go ahead and put that right there, right in the front of the video, because those involved, I know you've been waiting. You're probably like, man, he ain't gonna give us nothing. He tripping. But oh yeah, what is that? What's that? That is my contact information. You guys already kind of know who you are, and if you are not sure, shoot, send me an email anyway. But those of you that have been involved with my giveaway and you guys are expecting something, I want to see you guys in my inbox over there, in my email. And I guess I'll need your name, I'll need your contact information, and I guess you should let me know your age. I want to make sure that I'm not going to get in trouble with your parents if you're under 18, sending you all these toys, you know, but you know, that's about it. Now. Without further ado, let's go ahead and Nerf Lmtd limited edition. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm so glad this actually came in. They sent this junk in like 2 days. So right now, I am going to go ahead and get this bad boy unleashed right now. It is a miracle to be here today. Welcome back. This is Kingdom Corn. Yes, it is officially lit here on Kingdom Corn. What is good, y'all? Woo, it is great to see you guys once again. I appreciate every one of y'all that are watching this right now that click on my video. Guys, I hope you enjoy your stay on this video. Watch all the way until the end. Sometimes there's a surprise. I might tell you beforehand, I might not, but I do be having those giveaways. Hey, trust. Now, guys, I have to say that this is a special Mandalorian series of videos. Season 3 has just dropped on Disney Plus. And here's the thing, on my Wild Rod and Grogu review, I had mentioned that, you know, there's a whole oversaturation of Grogus. Now, I mentioned in my other review for Grogu, I have some of these Grogus that I have never actually featured, never actually unboxed on this channel. I figured what a great way to go ahead and just get all those out the way, since, you know, Mandalorian Season 3 has began. It's going to be Grogu fever all over. So my next series of videos, spoiler alert, I'm going to be unboxing a lot of those Grogus, and then I'm not doing it for no reason, because there will be an actual comparison review between all these various Grogus. We're gonna probably bring out that Mandalorian helmet, the actual one. I might go ahead and do an unboxing and review that as well. It's gonna be just woo! God, what a great time to be a Star Wars fan. Yeah. Guys, this box itself, wow, so amazing. You know what? Forget the box. Look at this blaster. This guy right here looks like something definitely straight plucked out of the Star Wars universe. I have not seen the likes of a stock that has this type of, oh yeah. Of course, it ain't real wood, but it's good enough for me. Jeez. Hold up. Awesome. Guys, do you see what I'm seeing? Yeah, I got one of those. Oh yeah. Ooh, about to be doing some serious bounty hunting around here. Wow, this thing has got so many parts. This is the really neat manual here. I normally don't really pay attention to these manuals, but in this case, I feel like this blaster is definitely something special. So special times call for like special different measures, right? Looks like a pretty interesting blaster. I think I'm gonna like this a lot. Gosh, I can tell you guys right now, it feels absolutely incredible just to hold this in my hand. If you cannot already tell just by my reaction, this blaster seems like it's doing its job great so far. The weight to it, it is not too heavy, but it is also not too light. Even the distribution of the weight just feels authentic, if that makes any sense. I don't know, like some blasters, you hold it and it definitely feels plasticky, like a toy that you can just throw around and break. But this right here, this has that real authentic feel to it. I definitely feel like an actual dang on Mandalorian out in this piece. Woo, woo. Guys, I will tell you in these videos, I do try my best. I try not to geek out, not to nut up, because I want this review just to be as legit professional as I can get it. So on that note, let's just go into okay. Let me let's just get into it, shall we? One thing that actually pops out on this blaster for me is this scope. The size of this scope is almost like none other, unless you're talking about those big wonky Busby style blasters where it's supposed to be extra. Like this scope right here is a larger size scope. It stands out to me a lot. I tell you, with the Boba Fett color scheme, this definitely matches up to that if you know anything about that. His armor is this exact color on the blaster. You can see that this is definitely a reflection of the character, because this blaster and Boba Fett's armor, they are almost like the same thing. Autobots, transform. And you'll hear the whole sound effects. And this blaster and Boba Fett, if they were to transform into each other, you could actually find that to be very much believable, because the color scheme, the look and the detail and the whole vibes of it, they are the absolute same. Just holding this blaster makes you feel like Boba Fett, because you may not have his armor on, but this thing, I mean, don't I look like a bounty hunter with this? Now, if you guys may have just noticed, they have some pretty cool sound effects. Now, I did go ahead and insert the AAA batteries off camera. Yeah, don't judge me. I did a little something off camera, but don't worry about that. You guys didn't want to see me sit here and put batteries in. But here is the actual battery compartment door right here. So if you're looking for it, no need to open the manual. It takes two AAAs. It's already inserted, and obviously it has cool sound effects. That way you don't even have to put actual darts in here. If you got kids and they lose the darts anywhere, you can actually just use this simply as a cosplay blaster. You don't need any type of physical stuff to shoot out of here when you have got the classic sound effects. Pretty nice. Now back to this scope. Now if you look through, I can tell that the glass inside of this scope is definitely of a higher grade, higher quality than your standard Nerf blaster. This right here is more fancy. It doesn't have the cartoon style black line for a crosshair, but I don't know how good you guys might be able to look through inside that hole, but there's definitely a good target on the inside. You should be able to get a good accurate shot. Now, as to if this thing shoots good enough to even be worried about the way that it shoots, that is something that we are going to find out just a little bit later. Another thing that really pops out on this blaster, this amazing stock. Once again, if you try to compare this to another Nerf gun, I would say the Sling Fire, that one with the lever action, you could flip it. That one has a wooden type of stock, you know, a Nerf gun wooden. But this one is definitely on another level. I definitely love that Sling Fire. It's one of my favorite blasters. But the wood grain on the stock right here definitely has a way more realistic feel to it. And of course, with these details on the side of it, yeah, it's only on one side, but that's typical Hasbro. We're already used to that. But it's definitely a nice stock. I'm gonna automatically just grade the physical aspect of this blaster right now. There's no need to wait. I'm gonna give the physical aspect of this blaster an A+, freaking 9.9 out of 10. This is an amazing physical blaster. Oh my goodness. Look at all of the textures, all of those intricate details. This thing is even dirty and like battle damage, the way that Bounty Hunter's blaster would actually be. Looking at the grip handle, once again, I do dislike how, if you're looking at this blaster from my perspective right now, yeah, completely static, completely blank. But looking at it on the other side, it is definitely amazing. If it saves cost on this blaster, I'm actually kind of cool with that because it's not a real blaster. Most likely it doesn't shoot too good because it's a prop gun. So there's no actual need to have a whole entire wood grain grip on here because you're not going to be wielding this too much anyway. It still feels decent to hold. Maybe I did speak a little too soon. I'm going to take off 2 points. So I'm gonna give this a 9.7 out of 10 because of the fact that they really cheaped out on this handle. Again, it's not that big of a deal. I'm still cool with it. But the colors are vibrant. This scope is definitely unique. This thing is a blast to hold. Guys, this is an excellent looking blaster. Now, without further ado, without taking up all of your time, we are going to go ahead and check out. Oh my goodness, what? This thing got a red laser light on here. I'm not sure how I turned it on, but here it is. What? Looks like this right here is a knob and shoot, laser sight, yeah. Glad I accidentally turned that on there. I would not have ever known, actually. Now in my hand are the shells. This may be a shotgun style blaster. I don't know, we're gonna see very soon, but this actually comes with some shells. They look a lot different than your standard Nerf shotgun shells. It looks more like a holder for darts more so than your Nerf shells. And it also came with these elite darts once again. I would hope for a limited edition premium Nerf blaster. I would definitely hope that they would give you some new style darts. I mean, what is with these dang elite darts? I'm just gonna throw this one away for a sacrifice and just let this just be blank right here because Nerf, y'all have got to, I mean, how long have y'all been on this crap? Give us some new darts. Like, that's really, nobody likes these, Nerf. What are you doing? So I've got my one dart missing shell as a protest for Nerf giving us these elite darts all the time. I can see this groove right here, and I suppose that goes inside of here. Since this door was so gracious to open for me like that, I'm gonna come on in. Sweet. Awesome. All right, now how do you prime this thing? I'm gonna turn on my scope light right there, and all these buttons. Is this a shotgun style? Let's see. Nice. Well, it only shot one at a time. Oh, that was my blank one. Okay, that actually shot very smooth. Let's do another one. Hold up, maybe I need to tilt it at an angle. All right, it didn't take me very long, but I did manage to get this thing back in there and closed. I'm just gonna chalk that up to maybe user error. Hopefully that gets better. Still at the same time, for a premium blaster, they probably need to upgrade their functionality. It shouldn't be that hard. Smooth. Ah, come on. Okay guys, I did a little troubleshooting. I figured out what the problem is right here, this button. If you want to actually get this thing closed and closed properly, right now it's not closing, but you have to kind of manually, and yeah, this is a problem on Hasbro's part, but you have to manually, did you hear that click? This has to be pushed back. Once it is pushed back, then the inside will clear, and then voila. Chronograph test. Let's see what we got. Boba Fett Mandalorian Blaster. 46.8. I guess we get the gist of it, but nevertheless, I'm gonna probably shoot one more shell through there just to keep it 100. Ah, see there? Got a 55. We got 50s now, nice and warmed up. Oh, last one. Dang it. Wow, so that was the chronograph test. I can't say, wasn't very much impressed, but as I said earlier in the video, this is a prop weapon. This is more so just to have for a replica. It is not meant to go out there and get dirty, to take it out on the field. They have no particular reason to make this overly powerful. I would have actually been surprised had this been powerful, but as of now, back here I got my targets. I'm gonna see how this actually performs when you're out on the range. Chronograph test, it was a little low in that part, but we're gonna go see just how it may do in real life combat out on that field. Boba Fett blaster, let's go ahead and take it to the kingdom. Oh, freaking disappointing. This is a mess. Guys, that was the Boba Fett limited edition. I don't know what this is called. Boba Fett blaster. Guys, so I'm going to go ahead and give my overall thoughts and conclusion. Wow. Now, the reason I'm kind of geeking out all over again is just holding this blaster in your hand. I don't know if that's the thing that will ever get old. This thing looks amazing. It feels so great to hold. Now, I cannot give this a lower visual score than a 9.8. Earlier, I may have gave it 9.7 due to it not being a grip on the other side. But guys, once again, holding it in my hand, I'm gonna bump that back up to a whole entire 10 out of 10. Yeah. Don't judge me, but guys, I just wouldn't feel comfortable to not give this a 10 out of 10 for the looks. This blaster just looks amazing. On that note, the way that it holds, the way that it feels, the ergonomics, all of that, like the stock, all of this feels excellent to hold. It feels as good as the visuals. So on the ergonomics, I'm definitely going to give this blaster a very good 9 on the ergonomics. Nobody will be disappointed once they can feel this bad boy in your hands. Another cool thing about the ergonomics, I love that some blasters, they have a scope, but the placement of the scope is sometimes in a wonky spot. This scope on this blaster, it is just right. You don't have to do any weird extra thing to get your eye to the level. This thing works just great and it feels good looking through it. So this has an extravagant, amazing scope. I tell you guys, now it is a Nerf blaster and it is designed to actually shoot. Now, would I take this out in the field? Well, that is a funny question because when I shot it, this thing has some above average accuracy. I don't know, like other blasters, it seems when you shoot it, the darts may flutter, the darts may go anywhere, but a blaster like this one, for some reason, this thing, all the darts come out very smooth. Even though I only use elite darts, you know, for me to be talking about good accuracy, having only used elite darts, guys, that is saying a whole bunch right there. Now this thing, even though we saw the chronograph test, the numbers were quite a bit low. I will tell you the way that these darts just so smoothly come out of here, so accurate. Guys, I will tell you that this thing makes you want to shoot it and makes you want to actually take this out on the field. Now, would I do it is the question. It doesn't have great range. That is the only problem. If this thing would have had great range, I would tell you this would have been a fully amazing blaster, except I have to go ahead and bring up right now on the spot about this messed up functionality. Gosh, that just blew the whole thing. I was ready to give this such a good score and rating. Yeah, I am pressing the open button right now, and I'm pressing it multiple times. I am going crazy on that button. Do you guys hear any sound effects? Do you guys see anything opening up? I know I don't. So that is a whole deal breaker. The fact that this thing does not function properly. You have to manually open this thing. You have to manually pull this back to get it to close again. If they would have had put more time into this, put more work and quality tested it to make sure everything worked greatly, guys, this would have been a 100% A plus 10 out of 10 blaster, straight up. Gosh, but unfortunately, there always has to be something. I give this a 3.5 on the functionality. Did you guys enjoy that review? Now, I had fun shooting that blaster, but what counts is how much of a time that you guys actually had watching my video. Now, I appreciate you guys once again. Hit that subscribe button if you like this channel, because if you like what you just saw, I have got so many other reviews coming your way. And let's not forget about them giveaways. Always remember that anything is possible if you believe. Yeah, excellent. And if you believe that today, then go out, let it be known, do something good to somebody today. I appreciate you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys were here on another Kingdom Corn. Until next time, stay lovely. We are out of here. Yeah, peace. Peace, y'all.